How did the Vikings do on draft weekend? Let's talk about it. And instead of doing an overall draft grade, I'm going to break this thing down into two sections. The first being the players selected. You got Lewis Seen in the first round, Andrew Booth Jr. in the second. To me, he's a first-round talent. Ed Ingram at guard is interesting because, first off, you need all the help that you can get on the interior offensive line. Also, the man delivers crushing pops both in run blocking and in pass protection. Now, the off-the-field incident I didn't learn of until after the live stream that I did reacting to the Vikings selecting Ingram 59th overall. There were 2 felony charges against him back in 2018 when he was 16 years old of aggravated and sexual assault of a minor. Now, those charges were dropped a year later, and that was the end of that. It's disturbing, and it's not something you want attached to someone that you're associated with, let alone a player in your organization. The reality is we don't know what happened. He could be innocent or he could be a piece of shit. We don't know. The only full information that we have on him is him as a football player. Brian Asamoah, linebacker out of Oklahoma, a bit undersized, but the man can fly. I think in passing downs, he can be great. He could be a nice 1-2 punch at linebacker in coverage with Eric Kendricks, Caleb Evans. I really like nice project piece for the cornerback group. That also goes for Asezi Otomewo as a rotational edge rusher. Everyone after that, Ty Chandler and beyond, it's a crapshoot. Now, in terms of players selected alone, just from that standpoint, the Vikings get a B+ from me. I think the top picks can be early contributors. Booth has star potential. I like the collection of players that we got. Now, in terms of trade value, draft trades that happen, return on investment, rounds 1 through 3, those are the money picks. In that bracket, before the draft weekend, the Vikings started with picks 12, 46, and 77. Okay, let's break this thing down. And before I get started, I want to be clear. I don't care what the charts have to say. I don't care what analytics have to say about a trade. I don't need equations to tell me if the steak I just ate was good. I don't care about graphs, algorithms, Pythagorean theorems when it comes to talking sports. The Vikings went from 12 to 32 for picks 34 and 66 while also forfeiting pick 46. That alone was stupid. Had you have kept 46, it wouldn't be so bad. From there, pick 34, the pick you just acquired from Detroit, you gave that up to trade below the pick that you just gave up for the pick that you're now trading from. The plus to that is you got an extra second, 53 and 59. You then take 53 along with one of your original draft picks, 77, also gave up 192, but that really doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things, to move up 4 spots from your original pick, 46. Now, you got Andrew Booth Jr. out of that, but going back to Detroit, you keep 46. You could have traded up from there while still keeping 34, or you could have still traded down from 34 to get 2 second-round picks. Add 46, you got 3 total second-round picks. You could have still got Andrew Booth Jr. and then some. You then stood pat at 66 and selected Brian Asamoah, but return on investment, the Vikings essentially sold an exquisite home in a seller's market and left 25% on the table. In terms of return on investment, trade value, the Vikings get an F. In fact, I'll do one better. Tell me why Kwesi Adofo-Mensah did a fantastic job in terms of draft trades. The players that you got, they're good. I'm solid on those dudes, but you could have got way more than that. Very disappointing. Back at it tomorrow. We'll see you then.